Everybody, just coming at you again tonight, just reaching out. Last night I posted about how thoughts are the genetic material to our attitudes and our actions. And that comes from the premise or the idea of having thought donors and having people that influence our lives through the donation of their thoughts. The story of the thought donor goes all the way back to my undergrad years. In 2007, when I was studying anatomy and physiology and learning about the structure of the body, all the way from the cell, all the way up to the entire organism and how it functioned together and worked together. During that time, I watched an ESPN special on a mascot from North Carolina, Jasonray, who was killed in a traffic accident before the NCAA tournament in 2007. He was an organ donor, and so his family made that decision, and he made that decision to donate his organs to others if there was ever a need and a time for that. And as I reflected on that and the structure of the body and how it all works together, I realized that the unique DNA and genetic material that was his continued to exist beyond his death. And so in a way, he continued to live beyond when he as an individual passed from this world genetically. He continued to exist. And that was a powerful movie. I'm putting in the comments below, there'll be a link to that video. And so that'll be there for you to watch. It's about 15 minutes and well worth your time. And then there's also the story of Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek, he had a TED Talk. It's pretty popular on Start With Why. And in there, he talks about the golden circle. And there's 3 levels to the golden circle: the why, the how, and the what. And he describes it in companies and how it's demonstrated in companies. But I believe the same thing is demonstrated in our own lives if we have a why, how, and a what. Simon takes it back to biology and relates it back to biology, which to me is fascinating. And he does this with some brain systems and that kind of thing. And it's a great demonstration of the golden circle and how it works in biology. I think it gets a little smaller than that as well. I think it gets into the cell, where the nucleus of the cell, the innermost part, is the why. The genetic material, that DNA, is the why of our lives. The cytoplasm, where the RNA and all of the machinery is for your body to create proteins, that is the how. And then your plasma membrane, where the proteins extend and interact with the world around them, that's our what. And so we have a why, how, and a what on a cellular level. And that is, for me, why thought donors are important, because they're providing that genetic material. They're providing that why. They're providing some of the regulation there as to how we behave with the world. And so I would encourage you to seek out thought donors that you're receptive to. That's one key point, that you're receptive to them, that you're going to take their materials and be like, oh yeah. And not everybody is going to be a good thought donor for you. There might be multiple books out there that are right down your alley. There might be some that are just recommended, highly recommended by other people that just might not do it for you. And that's okay. It's okay. I'm also excited about other great books that talk about viruses and the spread of viruses. And we're talking about one right now of COVID-19 and how it spreads. Malcolm Gladwell in his book Tipping Point, great book about how viruses spread and ideas spread like viruses, as well as The Idea Virus by Seth Godin. So in those 2 books, they really do compare ideas and concepts to viruses. And I've felt that way for a very long time. I haven't always figured out the best way to, like, how can I share this and how can I teach this to people? But honestly, now's the time. Now's the time we're all talking about a virus. we're all talking about how viruses function, how viruses interact with different tissues and make us sick, and all this kind of stuff. And so I want to challenge you to find thought donors that help you to progress in life, that help you to interact with the world in great ways. And I just hope you all are having a great night. And I hope to bring you more messages from thought donors and from myself over the next couple weeks. All right. Have a great one.